Hi, this is Martin in the Negotiation Dojo. Welcome. In this episode, I do want to talk about one of the dominant concerns professional negotiators have. And we did research, the Negotiation Dojo, the Persuasion Lab, did a survey of people who self identified as professional negotiators, 60 professional negotiators. And we define that as those who spend more than 60% of their day negotiating, uh, trying to persuade others to come their way, how they communicate their needs to the world using influence, negotiation, or persuasion. And what we found was that the preferred media to close deals to get people where they wanted for was actually in person rather than telephone or video call or email. Most people do use phone or virtual, but professional negotiators prefer in person. What does this have to do with AI? Well, it has a lot to do with it because we can source a lot of the task-based systems out, certain code writing. That doesn't mean you don't need software engineers. You do need them to make it make sense and to make sure the traditional things that go into a commercial ready product are made. But a lot of the tasks, calendaring, scheduling, code writing, financial manipulation, a lot of this stuff will be automated. And a lot of people who relied on repetitive tasks that don't require a lot of human interaction are probably going to be displaced in the workforce or have to shift. The jobs that will resonate, of course, are people in the trades. So if you're an HVAC person or a plumber, you're probably good. If you are doing something, preparing spreadsheets, processing data, probably not so much. But what skills are people shifting to? Those are the ones that require humans. And in the notes, I'm going to publish or give you links to a bunch of studies that said negotiation, persuasion, and influence are the skills you should be training. That's why, of course, I want you to like and subscribe this channel, but I also want you to become a better negotiator. And let me tell you why. I give continuing legal educations to a lot of attorneys and judges and what have you. And I've asked this question through the years: who prefers someone who doesn't know how to negotiate to someone who doesn't? First show of hands is my shtick. Uh, who prefers the person who doesn't know how to negotiate with? Very few people raise their hand. They think they have some bit of advantage. Who prefers an experienced negotiator who knows what to do? Probably 90+% of the room will raise their hand. Why? People who don't know how to negotiate, they burn clock, they are difficult, they don't understand the rules of the game, and they make coming to any accord, doing business, coming to cooperation, getting legislation through very difficult. That's why negotiation, in person negotiation, is a critical skill. Professional negotiators prefer in person, and we'll tell you why later. It's more information, obviously, but that's something that if you're a professional and you want to ensure that you have a post AI rewarding job, you will have to learn how to communicate your needs to the world using influence, persuasion, and influence. And that is basically what I want you to meditate on this week. Think about how you prefer to interact with people, and are you giving off the right signals? Are you giving off too many signals, tells? Kind of self-evaluate this practical thing and test it out. If you're in front of a barista or a banker, uh, try to learn, hey, am I giving off too much? Am I reading their body language correctly? What do I know? What do I don't know? Why was it so difficult for them to come my way or for me to communicate my needs to them? And that's what I want you to meditate on this week. Thank you for joining the Negotiation Dojo, and we look forward to seeing you the next time. No.